Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm your boy, Retro Bliss. You are on Retro Bliss Gaming. I hope everybody's having a good day. We're going to have some fun today. We're going to play AARDVARK for the INTELLIVISION. This is a homebrew game, and there is a link in the description where you can download the ROM of this game for free to emulate. Yes. I believe it also, you might even be able to buy the cartridge at that link. I'm not 100% sure about that. I didn't double check on that. I'm not 100% sure, but I know you can download it. But anyway, welcome to the program. If you're new, we invite you to subscribe, like, comment, all that YouTube jazz. But speaking of the INTELLIVISION, we have a podcast on our channel. We have every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And this Tuesday, we're going to be talking about the INTELLIVISION. We're going to be talking about the console. We're going to be talking about the games. And we're going to have the INTELLIVISION Gamer. And we're going to have Mike from Mike's Gaming Gala. And I haven't confirmed yet, but I'm pretty sure Brian from BD Retro Mods is going to be there as well. And we're going to have a good time. And we're just going to, if you guys are new to the INTELLIVISION, you might have some interesting information there. Might be new for you. You might learn something. I might learn something too. I always learn something at these things because the guests that we have on here, a lot of them know a lot more than I do many times. That's one reason why I invite so many people on these podcasts, because of the fact that I don't know a lot about some of these systems that I feature on the podcast. So it's going to be very informative and very fun. Also, we have a Discord server I want to invite you guys to be part of. We do a lot of chatting. Anytime we upload a video on YouTube, it also gets uploaded on the server. So you'll know that as well. Also, we have a Retro Bliss Ninja contest, and so we talk about that on the server. And also, you guys can chat amongst yourselves as well. So that's there for you. And we have a Retro Bliss Ninja contest also. We pick 2 games every week where we play those games and you compete amongst yourselves, and you get a high score, and whoever gets the high scores on those 2 games will become the Retro Bliss Ninjas for those games. And as a Retro Bliss Ninja, you will get a Retro Bliss Ninja card like this with the names of the games, whichever games you win the high scores for underneath, and then a Retro Bliss Gaming sticker like this in the mail. And the games that were picked for this week are Atari 2600 games, and they are Mousetrap and Skiing. So I need the games to be scores sent to me on my email at retroblissgaming@gmail.com. I can't even talk. Excuse me. retroblissgaming@gmail.com by the 18th. By the end of the day, whatever I wake up to on the 19th is what I'm going with. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I hope I have a cough drop here. I don't know. I don't have a cough drop. I have a mint. Maybe if I suck on a mint, I'll quit coughing. Also, one other thing, the rules of the contest are you can play this on 2600, you can play this on 2600 plus, you can play this on a Retron 77, you can emulate this on a PC or on a Mac through Stella OpenEMU, you can play this on a handheld. I really don't care as long as you're playing the official 2600 versions of the games. So the only thing I do ask, though, is that you show proof of date. And what people are doing is they're writing the date on a piece of paper, and they're showing the piece of paper on within the picture like this. This piece of candy is ultra sour. Oh my gosh. I can't. Homie, don't play that. Woo! Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna have to cough. That's not working out. Hey, Thomas Jenkins is here, Mr. Bassman. Mike from Mike's Gaming Gala. Jerome's in the house. We got a party. I am so sorry for that. Okay. All right, we're going to have some fun today. Mike from Mike's Gaming Gala, speaking to him, we were mentioning him earlier. He's going to be on the podcast Tuesday. We're going to be talking about the Intellivision. He's an expert on the Intellivision. I'm really excited about having that show and having him on there. Also, in a link in the description is a link to a video that he just recently uploaded on his channel. There's a guide that he just put up on how to get homebrew games, not only physical copies, but also ROMs, where the ones that you can buy and also ones that you can download for free. So you'll want to check that out. Do that after you watch the video, though, and subscribe. So, all right, let's get to the game stream. Hey, Monterrence is here. How's it going, brother? All right, let's go. So, AARDVARK, there's like I said, a link in the description where you can get this game. And in the link, there's actually a list of other ROMs that you can download as well. But this is a game that I've played before. The Intellivision is a great system. Yeah, I got my first one about a year and a half ago on a Facebook marketplace. Some guy was selling one, and I got one with about 15 games for like $60. It was an Intellivision 2 is what it was. And then about in the fall, I got a regular Intellivision with complete and box versions. I can't remember how many games. Mike remembers. He might remember how many games I got. I got an IntelliVoice, a boxed IntelliVoice, an Intellivision, and complete and boxed games, a number of them, including Masters of the Universe, for about I had like $143 in my pocket. I opened up my wallet and I was at a game show. He wanted a lot more money, and I said, dude, this was it. And it was like the end of the day. I said, dude, this is all I got. And he said, I'll take it. So I walked out there with a big. There were a lot of them. I don't know if there were quite 30, but there were a lot of them. There might have been 30. I don't know. There were a lot. So I walked out of there. Mike said I stole them. And the console itself was like cherry. It is sweet. The controllers there's nothing wrong with, there wasn't hardly a spot on it. So, all right, let's get to the game. So I'm actually emulating through RetroArch right now. There are some other emulators for Intellivision, but I've never, ever had hardly any luck with them. Mike may know more about emulating some other ways through PC, but I'm not familiar with how to really configure them very well at all. So there are not very many IntelliVoice games out there. Mike, you probably can you research that? Derek says I'm a wheeler dealer. I honestly, what I did, here's how you do it. When I went to the game show, I saw him early, and I expressed interest in his stuff, and he had told me early on, he said, here, make me an offer. And I said, well, listen, I only have so much cash. I said, but I just got here. I said, let me make my rounds, and I may come back. And sure enough, I made my rounds, and I had found some other stuff that I wanted to buy, so I found some other stuff. And by the time I got done, I only had, like I said, about the $143 left in cash. And, of course, I could have, I don't know if he was taking card or anything. He never offered, but what I did was I I kind of lied. I didn't show him that. I didn't open my wallet. I physically took the cash out and I laid it out in front of him and I counted it and I laid it down on the table in front of him. I said, dude, this is all I got. And I shut my mouth. And I let him just say yay or nay. And he just said, he paused for a second. He said, I'll take it. And I'm like, okay. And Brian from BD Retro Mods was at this show. He had a booth there where he was selling his controllers. And I had this big box. With all the stuff in it. And of course, I'm embellishing the whole thing. So when I come around the corner, I'm acting like this thing's like it weighed 200 pounds. I'm going, oh my God, I can't hardly carry this thing. And I'm walking around the corner because I told him what I was going to do. I said, I'm going to see how this works. I come around the corner and he said, oh my gosh, I can't believe you did it. And he said, what did you do, man? He couldn't believe the deal I got. Mike is saying that there were only about 5 games that were originally released, but there are actually a lot of homebrews that actually use the IntelliVoice. So that's good to know. Okay. All right, let's go. I can't go down. Come on. So if you look in the horizon, there's a sun, and it starts on the left side, and as you're going, it moves to the right, and it sets to the left. I mean, it starts in the left, and it moves to the right. And as it goes to the right, it gets dark, and then a spider comes out. If you wait too long, if the spider comes out and it hits your tongue, it starts moving down your tongue, and if it gets to the tip of your tongue, you're dead. So that's how this game works. And Mike is right. If you go to a game, and that's another thing too. I haven't really mentioned this yet. You may not know him, but there's a guy on YouTube. His name is MC Murr. And he's known on YouTube for getting deals at yard sales, flea markets, game stores, and even game shows like I was at. And he's going to be on the program April 16th. And we're going to be talking about how to get deals like that. And Mike is right. At the end of the show, if you have cash, end of show plus cash equals deals. And Mike is right about that. And you never know. So the reason is they don't want to take stuff back. They don't want to load their cars. So if they, depending on what it is, they'd rather unload it and sell it to you than to load it up. Depends. So, yeah, I mean, I just took a stab in the dark, and dude, I was like, wow. And I really didn't need, I thought, well, shot in the dark. I had an IntelliVision too. I really didn't need it, although I wanted one because, as some of you may know, there are certain games that don't play on an IntelliVision 2. I believe like Donkey Kong, and there's certain other carts that won't play on an Intellivision 2 that will play on a regular Intellivision. So I thought, well, I'd like to have one, but it wasn't necessary. But I said, I'll give you 143 for all of it. It was pretty sweet. Nope. Ah! Dirty dogs. Now see, the sun is already halfway set. I'm messing around. So Anteater is a port, basically, of the arcade game Anteater. There was an arcade game named Anteater. They just put another name on it. There's I guess a slight variation, but not really. Mike calls them assassin ants. Yeah, Jerome, the Intellivision did go to a great home, man, and the games look good on my gaming my game shelf. The problem is I need more shelving now, and even if I got more shelving, I don't know where I would put the shelving at this point. I'm running out of room. It's a problem. My wife is if I could do what I want to do in the Bliss cave right now, she would kill. I don't think it would happen. If I just started doing what I wanted to do without permission, I would be in trouble. I have to get someone to sign off on it before I do anything. Oh, asinine. I'm sorry. My You notice how I waited till all the ants came out and then I got the fire ant at the bottom? I'm trying to look at the chat. It's hard for me to look at the chat and play, man. It really is. Okay. The 2600 homebrew port of this is really good too. It really is. No. No! I was right there! Doggone it. You know what? I think, yeah, it was. Oscar did do this game. He did. Yeah, you're correct. Oh, see, that was not good. The tongue can't touch the worm on the front tip. Dog, he's moving too fast. I should have got him first and then gone down. How many men do I have left? It's getting late in the day. Spider's gonna come out. Terrible termites. Cal's here, my Cincinnati brother. Ah, dirty dog. Ooh, I barely got that. Oh, the spider. I mean, the spider's coming. Go down. Now the graphics are great for the Intellivision, and I love this. I love this game. The 2600 port of it. I have to say about this as well. Very colorful. Very colorful. I love that about this game. Ah, dirty dog. Oh no, I hit the back of it. Slackjaw booger eating. Oh no! I thought it was just a spider. I didn't see the ant. No. Cal, to answer your question on the Intellivision, if you have an Intellivision 2, you can switch out the controllers because it has controller ports. And there are aftermarket controllers, or you can switch out controllers if you have replacement controllers. If you have a regular Intellivision, just the original Intellivision, the only way to do it is actually to take the console apart. And then I think, if Mike can correct me on this, I believe you'd have to hardwire it to the console. If you have the original television, that's the only way to do it. Like I said, Mike's more of he's the Intellivision expert for sure. I'm dead. Didn't matter what I did. The worm got to the point where I couldn't retract my tongue. I may need to go to the other room and grab some cough drops, guys. If I get into a coughing fit, I may have to leave to go grab a cough drop or two, but it'll only be a second. But if I won't unless I get into a coughing fit. Cal, it's not that simple, bro. The problem with Intellivision is that it's a 16-way controller. A Sega or an Atari is only a 4-way, so they're not compatible at all. They don't work. So, and Mike is also right, the pinout is also different, but yeah, you have to have a specific controller made for an Intellivision, if I'm correct. Okay. All right, 54,660. Oh, Sega and Atari are 8-way? Okay. But there's only 4. If you open them up, there's only 4. Well, I guess they're 8-way because if you push 2 at one time, it turns them into 8-way. Yeah, I guess you're right. It activates two pins at once, so it would turn it. Yeah, you're right. See, that's why I have Mike on the channel. He corrects me. Yeah, there's a controller called the long play controller. I've never had one in hand. I've seen reviews on them, and actually I think Mike's done his own review. The long play controller is 3D printed for one thing. It's actually got a, if you know anything about the television controller, it's got a pad on there. It's just a flat disc. But the long play controller actually comes with a it's almost like a mini top on it that you could use, like a mini thumb joystick or whatever that you can put on there for like games like Pac-Man or whatever. But I think that screws up the internals on the inside, and I would never use it from what I've seen from the reviews. And I think it jacks it up. But like I said, I've never had one or played one in person. Now, I will tell you that Brian from BD Retro Mods, which there's also a link in the description of this video, makes a really nice 8-way aftermarket controller for it. The problem is that it doesn't work for some games. If it takes 8-way, if the game is compatible with 8-way control, it will work. But games like Atlantis, there's certain games that just won't work. It's kind of hit or miss. But the games that it does work on, it works fantastic. I love that controller for certain games. So, yeah, I have one, and I do use it whenever I can. So, and Mike is saying that if you do get a long play, don't use that D-pad that comes with it. Just use the disc. Or the joystick. Okay. I think it depends on the game, Mike. Like Lock and Chase, I think it works really good for Lock and Chase. It just depends on the game. It just depends on the game. That's all. I know that that one dude who did that one review on it really gave him a lot of unnecessary grief on that. I thought it was unjust. I don't remember how much Brian's controller did cost, CK. Well, the problem with that review that he did on Brian's controller, I mean, he took the thing apart and he was banging it around, and he was dissing on the parts, and it was unnecessary and unfounded. It was unfounded. And Brian is the first one to tell you it's not going to work on all games. It's just not. And I even said that in my review. But I think if you're an Intellivision gamer, I think it's worth having. I personally do. That's just me. Oh, there's two up there I missed. Okay, Mike is saying Aardvark is ROM only. So thanks for clarifying that, Mike. Hey, Michael's here. Michael Hayes. Yeah, actually, I've been meaning to stream some more Intellivision, but I was having some problems with my emulator. I had mentioned earlier in the stream, there are other emulators on a PC other than, hold on a second, I'm having a brain fart here. RetroArch, but, I can't configure them. I don't know how to get them going. So it took me a while to get RetroArch configured correctly. I've been able to emulate on it before, but for some reason I had trouble with it. So anyway, I think I got it working now. So anyway. And we are going to have a podcast on next Tuesday night. It's going to be on the Intellivision. Yeah, we're going to give the Intellivision a whole lot of love, hopefully between now and then too. So yeah, that's the one emulate. JZ INTV is the one emulated. For some reason, I can't get going. I don't know how to get it. I don't know how to get it to work right. I honestly don't. I've actually looked on YouTube to try to find out how to get it to work correctly, and I can't find any good videos on it. If you guys can find some good videos on YouTube that you can hook me onto that can tell me how to configure it correctly, I'll get it going. I'd love to use something different than RetroArch, but I can't get it going. No. Go down. Hold on a second. I gotta write something down. Michael's giving me some information on the. Michael, are you involved with the JZ INTV emulator? JZ INTV dash help slash more at the command line. Hey, Michael, email me at retroblissgaming@gmail.com and send me some information on that, because I would really love to get that going. If I could get that going, oh, okay. He has a portable Intellivision development environment. He has his own. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Nope. Ah. Dirty dogs. No! The worm came out the wrong side! You dirty dog. Now it's going to be hard for me to get down there and just get them two. Mike is asking you to carbon copy Mike as well. That one ant was trying to come on me real quick. No! I'm not doing good. Now that one worm just turned around. I was worried about him. He turned around. Ah! I was almost to the... No! Man. No! I had to go back because the worm was in my way on the bottom row there. I couldn't go straight across because that worm was there. Doggone it. Come on. The Intellivision gamer, Casey. He's going to be on our program next Tuesday. We're going to be talking about the Intellivision. We're going to have a great show. Mike from Mike's Gaming Gala, Brian from BD Retro Mods, and I'm going to ask another guest, but I'm not going to tell you who I'm going to ask because I haven't got confirmation. I don't know if he's going to be able to be on the show yet. So I'm not going to get you guys hopes up yet. But with even so, Casey and Brian, just those two, that's a star-studded panel right there. That's a star-studded panel. So we're going to have a good time. No! Why'd I go left? So dumb. I couldn't get to the fire ant in time. Game over. I didn't get to 80,000. I wanted to get to 80,000 at least. Oh, well. Well, we did pretty good. We did pretty good. All right. Yep. All right. Yeah, don't forget about our merch section in the Discord server. That's right, Cannabis. All right. Yeah, guys, appreciate you guys being here. Don't forget, Tuesday, we're going to be talking about the Intellivision, and we are going to have Casey, the Intellivision gamer who's on the chat, and Mike from Mike's Gaming Gala who's also in the chat. We're going to be talking about the Intellivision, and we're going to have a good time, and we invite you guys to join, as always, and we're going to have a good time. So with that, you guys have an awesome day. We'll see you next time on Retro Bliss Gaming. I'm out. Bye.